Okay, so right now we're going to introduce some vocabulary words and some sight words that go with our story. So our story's The Storm, and this is a great picture of a storm. Do you see it? There's clouds in the sky, so maybe it might rain. There's lightning because the clouds rubbed against each other and created this lightning. You could probably hear some thunder in a storm. And this little boy, he doesn't like that thunder. That scares him. Sometimes, you have to toughen up. If you haven't been around a lot of storms, sometimes you have to toughen up and just know that you're going to be safe inside with your mom and your dad. These labels say mom and dad. And what does this one say? It's the same word as this one. Storm. Good job. You already know a couple of the words that are going to be in our story. Here are some more words. These are our vocabulary words. Can you read this one? P-op. Pop. That's one of your words. Can you remember it? Pop is like a grandpa. But instead of saying grandpa, you just say pop. And then storm. You know that word. You already told me you knew that word. Storm. Storm is when there's thunder and lightning. Maybe it's raining. Here's another vocabulary word. We're going to sound that out. W. What sound does that make? Oh, w. E. T. Wet. Wet. If you stay outside during a storm, you can get wet. And this one says, come. If you're outside all wet, your mom and your dad might tell you to come inside. Come. Wet. Can you remember that for the story? Come. And the last one is bed. 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 And there's a B with a bat and a ball, and a D with a doorknob and a door. Bed. Bed. Remember that word for the story. Let's read these one more time, and then we're going to do our sight words. Okay, this one says bed. Good job. Let's do it faster. Come. Wet. Storm. Pop. Good job. You're going to be ready with the vocabulary words. Okay, now I'm going to change the orientation, or actually I'm going to zoom this in, because actually not. I'm going to start off with these big sight words. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, so this light, I think I'm going to turn off this light. Okay, this says what? What? What did you do today? It's a question word. Question words often begin with W and H. Okay, on the back we have the word for. Or. What did you eat for breakfast? Did you have cereal? Did you have eggs and potatoes? Here's one. That H says H. This says E. He. Vowels have at least two sounds. E is a vowel. It says E, and it sometimes says E. And this word says he. Okay, like he is my dad. There's that H again. What does the H say? And it doesn't say ch. Remember, that's a tricky one. H says, remember, it looks like a horse, and he goes really fast, and he gets out of breath. Okay, remember, not H, not ch, but a. This is a silent E. Might as well not even be there. This says have. This is just here to throw you off. It's a sight word, so it doesn't have to sound. You just have to remember it. Have. Have. Okay, so we did he, we did have. We have 2 left. Do you know that you have to know how to read these words really well by Friday when we take our test? This one says 2. I like how those 2 O's look like eyes, and they're saying ooh. Doesn't that look like ghost eyes to you? Ooh. So this is t, and this is ooh. T, ooh. 2. I want some too. You're having eggs and potatoes? I want some too. What? Those ghost eyes again? But these 2 O's make 2 sounds. They say ooh, like in two, and they say as in look, look. So it's a little bit tricky. You just have to remember. Sometimes ghost eyes say look, look. And sometimes they say ooh, too. So I hope you learned something new today. Let's go ahead and do the next size down. I think these are the next size down. Okay, they're the same words, different size. What does this one say? He. You remember the H said he. Oh, we just did this one. Look, look, look what I can do. Here's the next one. It's a question word. It begins with a WH. What? What? But Mrs. Gillum, A says ah. I know, but this is a sight word. Sight words break rules. And besides, A can sometimes say This word says what? What? So there's rules and there's exceptions. The rule is that usually says or a. But the exception is that it sometimes says like in the word what. What? What do you want for lunch? Next size downward is or, for. What do you want for your birthday? Oh man, I want this quarantine to be over. And what does this one say? Ooh. 2. Can you come too? I can come too. And this one says, oh, we have to remember what that H says. And remember, it has nothing to do with the name of the letter. Oh, it's a horse that says, okay, now I know. Have. Remember, we have to ignore that E. Have. Have. Can I have that extra pancake, Mom? Sure. Okay, now we're going to do some sight words in context. Okay, so you're going to, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit for you. You're going to read the word, and I'll read the sentence. When I get to the yellow word in the sentence, you read it, okay? Ready? Good job. Children look at water from the fire hose. I don't expect you to read all these words right now, but I do expect you to read that one because it's the same as this one and you've practiced it. Look. Children look at water from the fire hose. Have. We have fun seeing the fast fire truck. Oh man, that's a fast fire truck. Look how blurry this picture is. Have. We have fun seeing the fast fire truck. Next one is for. Yeah, sometimes the O says oh, not ah. Because if you say ah, it'll say far. Like far away, but this doesn't say far. It says for. Okay, remember that. It's a sight word. Sometimes the letters make different sounds than what you're used to. For. The doctor had a kind smile for Anne. Good job. For. And here's that word. Ooh. To. Let's look at the picture. They took hats and the sunblock too. They're serious about not getting a sunburn. And hats are so that your face will not get a sunburn. Oh, here's that question word. Do you remember it? With the WH at the beginning. And the A doesn't say a. W. T. What? You read. What do people do to help you feel safe? This mom is making her daughter feel safe by buckling her into her car seat. Did you know that Mrs. Gillum had a student that wasn't wearing a car seat, or she wasn't wearing a seatbelt and she wasn't in a car seat, and she actually died? And the people in my class cried. And she was the only one in her family to die in the car accident. And that was really sad for our class, that we lost a friend. So when your mother says to get inside of your car seat or tells you to put on your seatbelt, she's doing it because she wants you to feel safe and because she wants you to be alive, because you never know when you're going to have a crash. Okay, and this one says he. He walked across the street with his friends. He. Okay, we already did this one. Okay, that's all, friends. I hope you learned your vocabulary words and your sight words in that lesson. They're going to help you read the stories this week.